The old town clock rang softly as dawn touched the sky. A young boy named Rayan stepped outside with silent hope in his heart. Life had not been easy for him, but he kept walking forward. He dreamed of becoming someone who could lift others from darkness. But every dream he held felt too heavy for his small hands. His father worked long hours and rarely spoke about life. His mother stayed strong even when the house felt cold. Rayan watched them both and promised himself he would rise. One morning he found an elderly carpenter sitting outside his workshop. The carpenter's eyes were tired, but his smile felt warm. "Why do you wake up early every day?" Rayan asked shyly. The old man chuckled as if he had waited years for that question. "Because the world does not change when you sleep," he said. Rayan repeated those words silently, letting them settle inside him. The carpenter noticed the boy's troubled face and leaned closer. "What weighs your heart, child?" he asked gently. "I want to be great, but I fail again and again," Rayan replied. The old man nodded, as if he knew this pain well. "Greatness is not born from winning," he whispered. "It is born from continuing when you expect nothing in return." Those words struck the boy like sunlight breaking through clouds. The carpenter invited him inside the workshop, filled with dust and dreams. Wooden toys, chairs, and clocks hung like memories on every wall. Rayan touched a cracked wooden boat lying on a table. "Did you make all of this alone?" he asked in wonder. "Yes," the carpenter said softly, "but not because I was talented. I was simply too stubborn to quit." Rayan sat quietly, absorbing each word. The carpenter handed him a rough piece of wood. "Make something," he said. "It does not need to be beautiful. It only needs to be yours." Rayan held the wood as if it was a piece of hope. He tried carving, but the blade slipped and scratched the surface. "I ruined it," he said sadly. The old man laughed softly. "You only ruin something when you stop trying." So Rayan tried again, and again, and again, until sweat covered his hands. Hours passed, but the boy refused to quit. At last he carved a tiny, uneven bird with broken wings. Rayan looked embarrassed as he presented it. The carpenter held it gently, as if it were treasure. "Do you know what I see?" he asked. Rayan shook his head. "I see courage," the carpenter said, "and courage is rarer than skill." Rayan felt warmth rise in his chest. The old man placed the bird on a shelf filled with masterpieces. "Why put it there?" Rayan whispered. "Because someday you will return stronger," the carpenter replied, "and this little bird will remind you of where you began." Those words became a seed in Rayan's heart. Years passed, and he kept visiting the workshop every week. The carpenter taught him patience, discipline, and quiet strength. Rayan learned to carve furniture, toys, and beautiful wooden art. But more than anything, he learned to carve himself. Pain shaped him. Failures sharpened him. Hope polished his soul. One year the carpenter grew too weak to work. Rayan sat beside him, holding his now fragile hands. "I cannot teach you much more," the old man whispered, "but you must promise me one thing. Promise you will pass the light to someone else." Tears filled Rayan's eyes. He nodded with quiet determination. One peaceful night, the old man closed his eyes forever. The workshop felt empty without his warm presence. Rayan placed the little crooked wooden bird on the old man's work table. "Thank you for believing in me," he whispered through tears. Years rolled forward like gentle waves. Rayan grew into a strong young man with steady hands. He rebuilt the workshop with love and new purpose. Children visited him just as he once visited the carpenter. One day, a small girl entered the workshop quietly. Her eyes held the same fear Rayan once carried. "Why do you wake up early every day?" she asked softly. Rayan smiled, remembering the old man's voice. "Because the world does not change when you sleep," he replied. He handed her a piece of wood just as he once received. "Make something," he said. "It doesn't need to be perfect. It only needs to be yours." The girl carved her first shape with trembling hands. Rayan watched her with the same patience he had been given. "I see courage in you," he sighed gently. The girl looked up with surprise and shy pride. Rayan placed her carving beside the old crooked bird. Hope filled the workshop again like morning light, and the cycle of courage continued, just as it was meant to.